Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Muscatine Today show. I'm so glad that you guys could all join us. We have a few guests to share a bunch of information about things happening in Muscatine, so I'm glad that you guys joined us. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our great sponsors of the show. The first one is Rivo, our newest sponsor. So glad to have them on board. R7 Reclaimed Impact Blood Center. They just got their brand new sign. You should come check it out with their new name. Lutheran Living, CBI, Toyota of Muscatine, Impact Athletic Performance, Suntan City Muscatine, Real Estate Resource Associates, Unity Point Health Trinity Muscatine, and of course Hy-Vee. We're out front of Hy-Vee today, kind of soaking up the nice weather before it gets too muggy and hot today. So we're just kind of soaking it all in every morning that we can until it gets hot and muggy and we can't be outside anymore. So first of all, I have a couple folks here to talk about an event coming up and a group that we haven't talked about in a little while on the show. So I thought we should definitely have you guys on to talk about the event and some things that the police department's up to. So we have Officer Whitni Pena on, and then Monica. Monica's never been on the show before. So Monica, you're new at New Horizons.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. So tell me, what's your role at New Horizons?
So I've been there about a year and a half now.
Okay.
I'm the prevention specialist, so I work with Jamie Cruz, doing all sorts of prevention things out in the community.
Sure.
Right now we're gearing up to hopefully get back into the schools this school year. We do life skills in Muscatine, Susan Clark Junior High, and then we do Project Alert in West Liberty and Wilton. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we'll be able to get into Wilton this year.
Yeah.
We didn't last year, but we're hoping to get back this year.
Sure.
And those are just a couple evidence-based programs that we teach to the middle schools about drugs, alcohol, life choices, and just how to make good and bad decisions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, hopefully you can get back in the schools and things are normal this year. Normal.
Yeah.
Whatever
that is. Very cool. So I saw a flyer. The reason I invited you on originally was because I saw a flyer floating around about the Hidden in Plain Sight trailer, so I saw the trailer, which was a borrowed trailer a couple years ago that you had borrowed from another town that you'd brought in to kind of show, and I think it was at like one of the, I think it was at Central, and it was for like one of the, I don't know, it was like maybe for, I don't know. Conferences or something like that, yeah. And at that point in time, you guys were raising money to try to get your own trailer still.
Right.
And so now it's like, voila, you have your own trailer. So super cool.
Yeah.
So now Muscatine County has their own Hidden in Plain Sight trailer, which is very cool.
Yeah.
So tell people who don't know what that means or have never seen the Hidden in Plain Sight trailer what that even is.
So the trailer is basically set up like a teen's bedroom, and parents are able to go through the trailer and kind of learn what the current drug trends are, what the different paraphernalia is, what to look out for, where some maybe like hiding spots would be, things like that, just kind of what to look out for with their kids.
Sure.
And we've had it at 3 different fairs now, and we've had a lot of great reviews. It's very educational, and we're just really excited to get it out in the community more. We had it ready last year, but of course COVID was a stopper there, but this year we're able to get it out in the community and get a lot of people coming through it, so yeah, we're excited.
So literally you walk through this thing, it looks exactly like what your kid's bedroom would. Maybe not quite as messy, but it's a little messy.
Right, yeah, it's messy.
But not quite as messy as some of those teens' bedrooms that I've seen. Maybe not even my 10-year-olds. But I learned a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I like to think I'm pretty hip, but I learned a lot even going through a couple years ago, and I'm sure in the 2 years since I've been through it, a lot has changed. So you go through this thing once, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go through it the next time you see it at an event, because you guys are changing things out in this trailer on a regular basis as things come up.
Right, we're constantly training ourselves, so like we just have to make sure it's current. The big things we hit on are like vape pens, because I mean there are so many that parents, myself, can't even keep up with. So we try to show them some of the more common ones, and then clothing. Clothing can be so like, you just don't know if it's drug trends, if it's, you know, what the meaning is. So we just try to show some of the new stuff like that.
So we were just out of town, and we like walked into this souvenir shop, and all of a sudden I'm like, bah, we gotta get out of here. You know, like until you like go in and you start looking around, sometimes you don't even like realize until you like. It's crazy, the things that you just don't even realize until you realize. And
well, and I feel like people that aren't in our line of work or don't deal with this stuff, that they're just oblivious to that stuff. Because I tell my mom this stuff all the time, and she's like, what? What's that mean? I don't know. Or we'll be in a store. We were at Walmart, and I said, Mom, they're apprehending the guy behind us. And she's like, what's going on? Like,
what's happening?
Just oblivious to that stuff. And you'll start seeing that stuff in our community at shops and stuff, and you're like, oh, that's what that's for. So it'll open your eyes too.
So super important for you guys to go through this. It is very eye-opening, and even if you don't have a teenager yet, or maybe you just have nieces and nephews or that are that age, whatever. I mean, it's very eye-opening to go through and kind of see this stuff. So go through when you see the trailer. So you guys have an event coming up in the community. So tell us about that.
So it's on this coming Saturday at the Muscatine Church of Christ, which is at 3603 Mulberry, right across 61 Kitty Corner from the movie theater. It's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The trailer is obviously for parents and adults, but there will be games and prizes, and it's kind of like a back-to-school event for the kids. So while the parents go through the trailer, there'll be Jenga, bean bags, and the drunk goggles will be there, which is a big hit. Even playing bags with the drunk goggles on is a good game that we've come up with. And then the church will be giving out free lunch. So they can go out and enjoy that. And
the parents can have time to go through the trailer and learn some stuff.
And we'll have some prizes there. We kind of have to go through our closet to see what we have, but there'll be some kind of prizes.
There's always good prizes in that closet. I know about that closet.
Always.
So go through the trailer. It doesn't take long to go through, but you definitely want to stop by. Even if you can't stay for a long time, stop by and go through the trailer and learn some of the new trends to watch out for. Because, I mean, even the clothing and the things, the hiding spots in the clothing that they're selling, I mean, it is just
crazy,
mind-blowing. But you'll learn a lot, I promise. Even if you think you're hip like me, there'll be things that you'll definitely learn about.
Well, and it'll show you like all of the vapes we have in our trailer were confiscated either from our high school in Muscatine or our middle school. So like you'll see like, wow, this is an abundance amount of vapes. Like every parent from wherever you live, no matter what your status is, like this is a problem for all of us.
And we're even having kids, like when we talk about it in the school, we even have kids say, oh, you know, this is the new thing now, or like this is what's going on now, and like we haven't even heard about it yet. We're just like, dang, like this is crazy. And the amount of things that you can find on Amazon are just ridiculous.
So definitely go and see that. If you see the trailer out other places, or maybe you're having an event that you think might be a good event for the trailer to come to, please reach out and have them come. They're looking for other places to have the trailer come and set up shop and give people opportunities to go through. Now that you guys have your own, it's very exciting. So let's talk a little bit about your actual task force and the whole goal behind like why this was even a thing, why you even decided to get this trailer, which started a few years ago.
Right. So our task force is the Muscatine County Impact of Substance Use Task Force. Yes,
it's very
a lot to say.
We
need
talked
to
about this before, and like, guys, we have to come up with like some kind of acronym or something cool, because I get very confused and then I say the wrong thing.
So in 2018, Muscatine County completed their health assessment, which basically gave us two areas to pinpoint. Substance abuse and mental health. So we've really kind of went with the substance abuse. Just kind of being hand in hand with New Horizons, which is what they do, and we just felt like, you know, the police department, that was just something we could all kind of rally around. So we went ahead and kind of focused on substance abuse. We've done obviously the trailer. We've done some training with the Muscatine School District with bringing in some guest speakers that have helped. We've went to some other events, and some of the people that are on our task force, because it's not obviously just us, New Horizons, Juvenile Court, the Mississippi Valley Child Protection Center, we have someone, the police department, ISU Extension, we just got somebody from Hy-Vee Pharmacy that sits on our task force, Salvation Army, National Guard, so it's just kind of a group of a bunch of people from our community that want to help. So,
and we all have different perspectives on what's going on, so it's really good to all collaborate with each other, and especially with the pharmacy now being with us, it's good to see the prescription medication side of things. Because at New Horizons, that's one of our goals too, is to hone in on the prescription medication, especially with the big opioid crisis right now. And we just are trying to collaborate with as many people as we can and get different perspectives on everything and how to target it from that perspective.
Absolutely. So the task force meets on a regular basis and just comes up with different ways that you can really impact the community, whether it be things like the trailer events.
We've done like Dispose RX packets, which is like little packets that make it safe for you to dispose your medications at home. So maybe your elderly parent or grandparent passed away and you don't want to worry about where to take the medication. You just fill it with 2/3 of water, dump this packet and shake it up. It turns into like a slime, but it's like you can't get the pills out and you can just throw it in your garbage can. So those have been huge. You know, we've made sure to get the drop boxes, Hy-Vee, the jail, so we've helped on getting those. So we just meet and kind of come up with new ideas or like new grants or maybe new areas that we feel like we need to focus on. So
very cool. Well, I mean, it makes sense. We have, like you said, new things all the time coming up, and we want to keep our kids safe. And the thing is, it's hard to keep up with. You guys work in it every day, and as parents, you ask how your kid's day was, and they're like, meh, fine. You know, fine. And so it's hard to get that information out of them, like what's going on at school, what kind of things, you know, they're not gonna just probably dish that information out to you. So it's great to know that we have people like you guys out in the community, you know, working and really trying to prevent this stuff. So awesome. I hope you guys will go and see the trailer. I was mind blown, literally, like standing in there. I'm like, whoa, like what? Things like literally that I would have never known standing in a store, that's what the meaning was behind it, or that there was these hidden compartments and things and hats, and it's crazy. So go and check that out.
We're going to be at Almost Friday Fest too.
Awesome.
So the next two, August and September, will be down there as well. So.
And Wilton's Founder Day will be there.
Founders Day will be there.
At the park, the Discovery Park, what's that called?
The community.
The community block party.
It'll be there
we'll be at the block party as well.
Very cool. So lots of opportunities leading into school. I mean, that's where they learn about a lot of stuff. Not just stuff that we want them to learn about, but they're around a lot of peers, a lot of older kids. So just make sure that they're learning about the right stuff, and that you know what to watch out for, and that you're educated as well, so that you can make sure that you know what to watch for. So There's other stuff going on at the
Just
police
real
department
quick,
too.
yeah.
Yes.
So Monday, the 16th, from 7:30 to 9 at Come and Go Central, right across from the police department.
Yep.
We'll be doing our next Coffee with the Cop.
Perfect.
So
what happens at Coffee with the Cop?
You get free coffee, and you just can stop down and talk about anything from, say you have a traffic problem on your street, or your garage keeps getting broken into, whatever you want to talk about.
Yep.
There's no rules, you can talk, and there's different police officers there that can guide you on what to do, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, you know.
Yeah.
So we try to, the first one was at Big Cats, and then we're doing Come and Go, and then we're going to kind of change it up.
Yep.
So just look for that from our Facebook page. And then the other thing, September 18th from 1 to 4 at the Monsanto shelter at Weed Park, which is the one by the volleyball courts. We're going to be partnering with the Liberian community, Pastor Yenner from Calvary, and doing a community picnic, kind of meet and greet the police department, trying to get some of the community out. And
Yeah.
so there'll be lunch provided and conversation.
Awesome. Go conversation.
Yeah, so just follow our Facebook page. We'll try to post that stuff on there. So
Awesome. Very cool. Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for coming on and
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
doing. It's so cool. I love that you guys finally got your trailer,
I know.
and hopefully this year you can really get it out and about and
It is.
at a bunch of events. So
Yeah.
tell Jamie I wish she would have joined us,
For Angela.
or Angela.
I know.
I didn't expect for Angela to come at all. Or
Jamie did have
Or
a
Jamie,
meeting today
right,
too,
yeah.
so
Or
Of course.
they don't like to come on the show.
They do not
No,
like
they
this,
don't.
no.
They do not like this part, but they do great work behind the scenes,
Yes.
they
right?
do.
Yes.
Yes, Jamie's constantly busy with everything. So.
Well, it was good to meet you.
You too.
Thank you guys for coming on. We're going to go to a quick commercial, and then Charla's going to join us to talk about some housing initiatives that are going on and some other really cool stuff that the Community Foundation is up to. So we'll be right back in just a minute.
It's time for an update from the Not So Late Show with Austin, brought to you by Unity Point Health.
Listen up, everyone. I've got some news. Things are still kind of crazy out there, and the pandemic is still going on. And it's hard to keep people healthy. And right now, things are really tough for healthcare workers. There are a lot of people needing help with their health. They are working very hard. They're tired. And they are working extra shifts. Well, that would be like when you just get right out of school. You have to go back and do it all over again. Ugh. So there's something you need to know. It's time to be kind. Healthcare workers are doing the best they can to help you. They just need your help too. Take care of yourself however you can with your vaccinations and your healthy habits. But if you get sick, go see your doctor. If you have to wait, be patient. Be a patient patient. They're real people just like you. And do you know why they're working so hard? For you. So show them a little love, or at least a little bit of kindness. That's one way we can all feel better. Okay, that's all I've got, everyone. Stay safe out there and remember to be kind to healthcare workers.
This has been a special update from the Not So Late Show with Austin. Good night. We'll see you next time.
We have a game to play first.
Ooh.
Do you guys like games?
Of course.
Of course. Okay.
Lucky
so we've
Jamie.
never actually played this game. So CBI and Toyota Muscatine are two of our sponsors, and they like games too. Oh, I shouldn't actually. I'll do it for everybody then, because I did it for you. I started it for you. So they really like games. The people at you can pass it down. So this game. And I've learned a few things since we started playing this game with people. We have some cheaters out in the community. I learned that. No. So, we're gonna see who can get to the bottom of the Kleenex box first, okay? You have to do it like one Kleenex at a time, okay? So you're gonna, like this.
Oh, so you can use two hands?
You can use two hands
Okay.
and pull, but you can't like reach in and try to pull the whole thing out. We've had people do that. I'm not calling anybody out, but it might have been Charity from Crossroads.
Yeah.
No, it was very smart of her. But, so Yeah, you do have to pull it like one at a time. We'll see who can get to the bottom of the Kleenex box first. Okay?
All right.
On your marks. Get set. Go. Oh, you guys are like on a roll.
Oh.
Look at you. Good job. Give me a high five for the win.
Did we have equal number of Kleenex? I'm just wondering.
They were brand new. I mean, unless
How close were you?
There's a lot left in there.
there's a lot left in there. She really got on like
Yeah.
a roll there.
Yeah, I found one-handed was much easier.
Yeah.
She was like holding. She got on like this. She was on it. Very fun. Okay, now we can actually go to our commercial break. These are some of our great sponsors of the show, and we want to highlight some of them now.
Hello, I'm Tennille with R7 Reclaimed, located in Grandview, Iowa. We mix old and new goods together so that you can find the story of your home. When you get here, you will find a mix of old and new goods that are put together so seamlessly you won't even be able to tell which is which. And not only that, it's going to speak to you and your home. We are worth the road trip. We call it the R7 Road Trip. So punch in 337 Cemetery Lane, Grandview, Iowa into that GPS and make the road trip.